of game number 1. Aura Fire and Alter Ego Esports in a best of 5. Usually, they can use game 1 as just a game to test the limits, just to read out their opponents, but in the bans, it does seem like Alter Ego are going for that respect instantly, and Aura Fire as well.
Yeah, it does seem like the Kadita is going to be banned away from Godiva here in the first match, as well as Julian taken away from Udil, and we've known that the percentage win that both of these players have when they are on their respective heroes is just a little too much for both of these teams to handle. So now, Alter Ego Esports, with the second ban, they are going to be taking away the Fanny this time.
So it's going to be a Kadita and a Fanny, so Alter Ego already limiting the potential for Aura Fire to actually get ahead. We mentioned again, it's not that Aura Fire are flexible, they just have very weird picks, and they seem to actually default to that. They're just very comfortable using those select heroes right now. So Alter Ego are making sure that they won't be able to abuse that as much as possible. Whereas for Aura, the bans are looking pretty standard. 1-1, Julian, and of course that Valentina, just in case Udil wants to try and show a bit of his mechanical prowess.
One thing to note though is, usually we see the utility junglers being banned out in the first phase, but for both of these teams, like we mentioned, they do not go for the default play. They don't go for those utility junglers like the Akai, like the Bauman, Hai, and Sully Boy. They have their own unique hero picks, and that's why you're not seeing it at all. All the heroes that we mentioned, Akai, Bauman, those utility jungles left open. Paquito is going to be the final ban from Alter Ego towards Aura Fire.
We take a look at the keys to victory by Axe here for Aura Fire, respecting Udil for sure, because Udil is one of the main tips of the spear for Alter Ego. If they can get him under control and in the same stride, get Facehugger ahead, Aura Fire can try and take advantage of the situation and get full control in that mid lane, which of course will translate to pressure all over the rest of the map.
This is interesting though. Aura Fire have opted with a Faramis first pick, and last time around when they met on Esports, it didn't really help them at all. And Alter Ego, because of this first pick, they are going to be able to respond with a Grok and a Farsa. And so far, Udil on this Farsa has been a monster.
Like we mentioned, for Alter Ego, getting Udil his signature picks is definitely one of their win conditions here, or their keys to victory.
You know, winning the laning phase against Kabuki is also going to be so important here, because both these players have shown that given the right resources, they can absolutely carry a game on their backs. And for Alter Ego, they really need to be aware of Aura Fire's roamer, right? Godiva making the plays is one of the main things that Aura Fire likes to take advantage of. And so far, with the Grok ban that the Grok pick that can be put into the roaming position, it seems to be pretty solid.
Yeah, this is strange though for Aura Fire. Like we mentioned, we've never seen Hai play the Akai before. How is this? Is this a pocket strat? Is this something perhaps that they've been hiding in the regular season and they're pulling it off here? Mathilda, Faramis, Akai. A very strange composition, not for any other team, for Aura Fire.
True, because on any other team, this composition with these three heroes, they're going for a very aggressive early game, trying to look and have the momentum on the jungle. And that's going to be something that we're going to have to expect. And Alter Ego Esports, because they like to play aggressive from that early game, perhaps this is exactly what Aura Fire has been planning all along, with the double roamer strat, with the Faramis, as well as the Matilda.
Right now, though, for Aura Fire, they have a decent amount of burst, but later on, especially against a Grok and an Esmeralda, they really seem to be lacking a bit of DPS, right? Their mid laner is going to be a Faramis most likely, because the Mathilda will be in the roaming position, and Akai in the jungle. Not a lot of damage that Alter Ego needs to be aware about. So maybe this will mean that Alter Ego will get that early game dominance.
Maybe, you know, looking at their draft as well, they kind of stopped. Well, they denied their own flex pick. The Grok usually used in that first phase to create just a curveball towards the enemy team so that you don't know where the Grok's going. Roam or XP, but because they picked up the Esmeralda, this gives them the chance to go for the counters instantly. The Dairoth already. Aura going for a different route. They're trying to just target ban Nino right here. We haven't seen his hero. Last time he played in the MPL, he played the Kimi when the Irithel, Claude, and Wan was banned out.
That's definitely an option that they actually can pull up here. for Alter Ego Esports. I mean, considering that Aura Fire, they're very melee-centric. They don't have a lot of range so far. And that just might be exactly what Alter Ego needs to be able to kite them down from far and not allowing Aura Fire to close that gap.
With the current meta, though, Alter Ego have a lot more options to play around with. If they ban one more gold laner, there's still so many available for Nino to pick up. The Claude is still open, as well as the Beatrix if Nino wants to explore that option. The Beatrix no longer operates the same way, but it is still a very strong hero in the right hands with the right situation and composition to support it. Although for the bans, though, Alter Ego will take Benedetta away from Aura Fire.
Yeah, if you take a look at Alter Ego's draft or their bans here, throughout all 5 bans, 3 bans target towards Fluffy, right? So Aura Fire can do the same thing, but towards Nino. Both of these side lanes have had such a massive impact on getting the team the victory here, and it is not going to be another gold lane ban, but it's the Gusion, the hero that is going to be available, ladies and gentlemen, for every team to use. The 2 revamped heroes, Leslie and Gusion. I mentioned many times that personally, Gusion in competitive play might be a bit hard to pull off, but maybe this says otherwise. Aura, they respect it.
I would say that it depends on the composition, and with the right setup, right, with the right crowd control, I think Gusion has a lot of burst potential. But right now we take a look at a comment from Jonathan Liandi. Alter Ego's journey is very roller coaster-ish, but starting at the end of the regular season, they started to find their gameplay tempo. I think that word tempo is very appropriate because we've seen at Alter Ego, they just find ways to actually accelerate the game or slow it down right now. And I think that's something that has been very helpful in them finding success in the later stages of Season 10.
I do believe that now when we're looking at the picks coming in from Alter Ego with the Melissa being placed onto the hands of Nino in that gold lane, I think this is wise, right? Because with their ultimate, with her go away, they will be able to deny the insane pressure coming in from the Akai who goes in for the dives, and as well as the ultimate coming in from the Matilda. But as a response, we do see a Fredrin and a Beatrix being picked up, and that's gotta be scary, but I'm not sure about the Fredrin here.
Very scary.
I mean, it seems like Aura are banking on Kabuki being able to be the sole source of DPS. Everyone else on that team has a way to try and save them from the burst damage of Alter Ego. But I don't know, man. That might be a bit too one-dimensional in this stage of the tournament. We take a look at the piece of victory early on, and it says limit Pai's movement and the comfort hero from Udil as well as Pai. And so far, that has not been the case for Aura Fire.
Alter Ego, they have damage, they have poke, they have engage. What they need is a finisher. They might go for an assassin here. It's the jungle that's still left open for Alter Ego to play with. Ling, Lancelot, Hayabusa, 3 heroes that are notorious with Sully Boy on the hands of Sully Boy. And there you go. Lancelot picked up for Alter Ego. AoE to go up against the Cult Alter and that mobility to try to get out of the heavy spin.
And that just might be the perfect answer to the Beatrix, as well as now we're going to take a look at the audience prediction by TikTok. Your predictions. As you guys have predicted, 81% possibility for Alter Ego to win the first match of the playoffs here in MPL ID Season 10, predicting that Aura Fire, their journey, gonna end here.
That's pretty crazy. 81%. It's not even close if we're taking a look, if we're just basing our opinions off of the audience prediction by TikTok. But let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. The portal has opened up. Both of the drafts have been set. The arena is ready to witness game number 1 of the playoffs. Aura Fire versus Alter Ego. Tell us who you think is going to win in the live chat right now with the hashtags Aura Fire or hashtag Alter Champs as we dive into the land of Dawn.
The opening and to set the example of what we are going to be expecting here throughout these 5 days. And as you can see here, it's going to be high on a hero that we're not too familiar with, on the Akai. It is notoriously great for his identity, right? We know High to be a very utility sort of jungler. Perhaps this is exactly what they've been saving for the playoffs. But on the flip side, it's Sally Boy on the Lancelot that he is so notorious for.
Facehugger already trying to be a nuisance, but in the early game, Alter Ego is a lot more dangerous, man. They got a lot of burst damage, they have a bit of utility. Later in the mid-game, maybe the ultimates, the very critical ultimates coming in from Aura Fire will be able to swing the balance in their favor. But so far, I think Alter Ego will be very happy to take any aggressive plays coming in from Aura Fire.
Pi picking up the Litho Wanderer, first neutral objective of the game here. Alter Ego, though, again, with their composition, they have another dimension, right? They don't need to necessarily play for that early game. They can just look for those trades, the mirror plays as well. Aura Fire have a weak side goal laner at this point. Beatrix has been nerfed to a point where Melissa will definitely have an upper edge against this Beatrix. And this is where we're going to see most of the action happen, I think, for Alter Ego.
I agree with you. I think her range has really reduced
Oh my
here.
God.
But talent prediction by Axe. Both the Indonesian as well as the English Des have opted for Alter Ego in this upcoming game. I do believe that Alter Ego Esports has a more solid draft. They have a lot to play with and they don't have to really rely on anything in particular. Well, Aura Fire, they have a clear-cut keys to victory, right? They need to be able to be aggressive in that early game. In that late game, they're going to fall off and they can only rely on the possible split push from Kabuki.
Pi looking for the play. Heavy spin comes in. Pi secures the turtle as Hai jumps in with a heavy spin. Once again, looking for the damage. Called Ultra Place. Leo Murphy caught in while charge onto 4. No more damage from the rest of the Aura members. Leo Murphy gets out. Godiva looking for a little bit of damage, but Pi actually was the one who secured the turtle again.
See, and this isn't great, right? Because we just mentioned about the compositions, the differences in composition. For Aura Fire, they need to be able to get all these trades in the beginning of the game, but now Alter Ego Esports, they're able to contest here. We do see that Aura Fire looking for a trade, but unfortunately it doesn't happen for them here in the 3rd minute.
Seems like for Aura Fire, the only real clear-cut way to victory is to try and shut down Nino and get Kabuki ahead, but even then, will that be enough? As Eterna was mentioning, the early game is keeping Aura Fire, but once that late game comes around and everyone has items, it's going to be very difficult for them to keep Kabuki alive and active in those fights, dealing enough damage. If you look at the emblems, he does have weapon mastery, but ooh, right now Steady Boy becomes a target.
Oh, he's going to get caught there. Even the Thorn Rose isn't able to help him out. First blood picked up by Aura Fire here in game 1. Turtle for kill.
That's a kill on the jungler. So Steady Boy will be falling behind, but of course, it's still within reasonable terms for the side of Alter Ego. And Aura Fire, though, trying to get a bit more with the pressure they have on the map right now.
Oh, man. And Godiva, you know, he's trying to rival Leo Murphy with the Tastas as well. Nino going to be caught. Go away, placed in. Facehugger looking to sandwich as the minions comes in over under the turret. Ibir's Passion just used up by Kabuki, trying to dish out a little bit more damage onto the Alter Ego members. Even the shot from the Renner.
Not something that we were expecting here. Aura Fire still able to stay in the game here, trying to contest, looking for those trades, and it's actually working for them here. But now the question is 6 seconds left on the clock here for the next objective, and it does seem like Aura Fire, they're going to be the first ones to set up.
They have the Cult Altar in play, so they can try and get these 5v5 huge team fights. They have the heavy spin as well, so Alter Ego, they're the ones who need to be careful as Pi gets chunked very, very low.
He is an Esmeralda though, has sprint, taunted up by Fluffy. No real engage here, no commitment from Aura as they are going to look for that turtle. Sully Boy going to be caught there, brought back with a Shadow Stampede, and look at Sully Boy, he's caught in the heavy spin. That's Fluffy picking up the kill. Udil forced to back up. Godiva looking for the play right here as they want to go for more. Leo Murphy knocked up, Nino solo killed up top. It's a disaster for Alter Ego as they lose that early game tempo.
Oh, Wild Charge actually hits 3 members though, so still able to stave off the tempo coming in from Aura Fire. But wow, 1,500 gold lead here in the 5th minute. And it does seem, finally, Aura Fire, they're finding their flow.
Alter Ego, they need to be a bit more careful, man. Salibo in particular has been taken down twice. He needs to start respecting the potential for Aura Fire to keep taking him off, because he is one of the key members on the side of Alter Ego to try and ensure that victory. Right now, Aura Fire is trying to push the tempo, and we see again, Kabuki on that Beatrix is just something else, man.
How did he get solo killed?
Exactly. It's not easy though, being Sally Boy going against a jungler like the Kai, who is going to be able to use that heavy spin. If at that perfect minute. And we saw that time and time again being able to be the winning condition. And this was one of the things that, oh, here we go, heavy spin onto the bottom side and another pick for Aura Fire.
And it's on the hands of Kabuki again. They're trying to funnel as much gold onto Kabuki, who is going to be able to secure another turret. Godiva going to go in for Circling Eagles. Kelly Boy still able to dodge it with the Thorn Rose. Alter Ego need to find their footing in the game. Aura Fire are absolutely dictating the pace and the tempo right now.
I think right now the key victory chance for the side of Alter Ego is for Udil to get ahead. But right now, you can see that Aura Fire is not letting that happen. They go for Nino under power, but fortunately he's able to back away. If Alter Ego can clear waves using Udil and later on deny Kabuki any teamfight participation with that Feather Airstrike, there's a chance that Alter Ego can still get an advantage as we take a look at a bit of the item share. Only Clock of Destiny completed for Udil.
Let's take a look here. Honestly, in terms of the items with 3,000 gold lead, Kabuki's able to use this so well. He's already building towards a BOD, but no, Sully Boy gonna get caught again. Shadow Stampede and the Circling Eagle combo womboed in. Sully Boy able to dash out. Bumpy jumps in with the taunt, goes in for the Brazer's Wrath, and he picks up the kill onto Sully Boy. Meanwhile, on the back line, Nino trying to cut away, but the damage comes through from the side of Facehugger, picking up the kill once again. It's another 2-0. Alter Ego still at 0 kills in 7 minutes. Lou Murphy trying to clear out the mid lane. Pi trying to run away, but Kabuki guns him down. Slowly but surely, as Facehugger picks up a killing spree 7 minutes in.
Wow, that instinct coming in from Fluffy in that last moment is able to secure Sally Boy. He's already been taken down 3 times. 0-3-0 for the moment. Level 9 with High being a level ahead of him, even though he is on a utility jungler. It does seem Alter Ego Esports, if Sally Boy does not perform, if they can't allow Sally Boy to snowball from that early game, in that mid, in towards that late game stage, they're grasping for any solution here in this rage against Aura Fire.
Alter Ego are losing control right now. They have to try and make sure that they go into damage control mode, because right now, Aura Fire, this is where they are comfortable. They know exactly how to close out game if they are ahead. And for now, Alter Ego, they are on the back foot, and High is looking to try and increase that gap.
Another kill gonna go onto the hands of either Fluffy or High. Sally Boy, 0-4-0. My goodness, Aura Fire are grabbing him everywhere on the map, and you guys can grab food right now with the grb.to/MPL promo code to get yourselves 90% off of your order.
What's happening here? Is it stage fright? Is it the pressure? Is he over passionate right now? This is something that we've seen from Sally Boy, right? Sometimes when he gets a little too passionate into the game, he does things and is not too disciplined in the game, which eventually leads to Alter Ego losing it. But something's got to change here. 8 minutes in, already 4 deaths from Sally Boy on his power pick. It's sad to see.
It's very difficult. And Alter Ego right now, they have to try and play defensively, but Aura Fire has all the tools available. All the crowd control, the taunts, the heavy spins, and the mobility provided by the Matilda. And even if there's retaliation, the called Alter from the side of Facehugger can still be a huge factor for Aura Fire. So Alter Ego just has to be very patient and try and get as much resources as possible, because once this game gets into the later stages, they do have an innate advantage in their composition.
And Alter Ego right now, they can't really do anything on the map. No trades happening. Pi is trying his best to go for the cut onto that bottom or top side, but High is coming in with a heavy spin, pinning him down, and that's gonna be the damage coming in from the rest of the Aura members. Pi pops in that sprint, trying to buy some time, but he will be taken down, and there are no trades for Alter Ego. They pick up a turret up top, but that's about it.
I mean, they do give the Melissa a little bit of space to farm, because I guess that's the only thing that they can hope for. They need to be able to let Nino get his power spike as soon as possible, get his items, find the damage, because all they can do right now is try and outrange Aura Fire. But because they are so far behind, 5,000 in gold, it might be a little difficult to do.
Once Pi gets a bit more physical defense though, I think Alter Ego has a better chance, because he was trying to juke around, but with Kabuki just hitting with the SMG essentially, it's just a lot more DPS than you're usually used to against the Beatrix due to the changes in the 2 last patches.
To add on to that, the damage has actually been buffed in the late game, right? So Kabuki's gonna have a great time here. He's practically in the late game just himself, because he has so much gold in his pockets. I think he already has a BOD, maybe even a Melphic Roar at this point. And it's going to be Aura looking for the siege down below. Alter Ego with response. Predator airstrike popped in, clearing out the waves. Once again, trying to zone the Aura members away. But Aura, they're just going to go on to the mid lane tier 2, picking it up. Nino dishing out some damage, but it's still value for Aura, who are able to secure all tier 2s.
They do have a better high ground, so they are going to be able to defend a lot better than Aura Fire on the invade. And you can see Pai in the bottom side trying to find an opening, but I don't know, he might be taken down here.
Circling Eagle popped in, Shadow Stampede as well. Pai cannot get out from this, or maybe he can. He's able to juke away. That's gonna be the render shot, not connecting. And Pai, with the style, with the class, as the MPL arena absolutely erupts. Pai still trying to whoa, 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 they're gonna go onto it, committing fully onto Pai. That's a flicker, and Pai is still able to survive for now, jumping out again, buying so much time in the end for Nino to farm below. These little things that they're doing can actually be the way they can win later on in the late game, but Aura still have a massive grasp onto this game. 6K gold lead.
Yeah, and you can see the players gold by UBS. Even though they're so far behind, Nino is still number 2 on that list. So that's exactly what Pai has been trying to do. He's trying to buy Nino a little bit more time to try and catch up to the level that Kabuki has already obtained up until this point.
That is the less celebrated job of an EXP laner, right? Making sure that there's pressure on the map, making sure that you distract people enough so that your core members can actually farm in relative safety. Right now, Aura Fire, though, they might be learning from that mistake, so Alter Ego need to be even more careful, as right now Fluffy makes the play happen.
Oh, he's gonna get chunked as well, though. But he is on a Fredrin, very tanky, very sustainable. Can just get back up to full HP as Aura Fire look to go for the Enhanced Lord in the 12th minute of the game. Alter Ego cannot respond to this play. They cannot contest it. The only thing they can do is clear up waves and funnel some gold into Nino's pockets.
Yeah, they're trying to look for compensation on the board. They can't go in for the 5v5, so you can see that Nino trying to push in the waves in that top side. And this is exactly what Alter Ego Esports can do. They can try and manipulate the waves with the side lane prowess that they have with Pai, especially on the Esmeralda, as that Lord is going to be marching down in that bottom side.
I do think a silver lining for Alter Ego is the fact that if they do send Pai to the side lane, no one can really 1v1 him per se, so Aura Fire, they're locked down to try and get a 5v5 team fight if they want to have a decisive win against Alter Ego right now. But with the Lord in play, we'll see if the macro case coming from Aura will be enough.
Lord coming in, bottom side, base turret taken down. Feather airstrike, taking a whole lot of Pai's HP bar. Top side though, look at the Lancelot going in for a split push right now. As the call Alter will be placed, they're gonna go for the base right away. They do not give Alter Ego any chance to actually respond to this. They're gonna go for the clear down below as well. It's a base raise that does not end up to anything for Alter Ego. Aura strike with game number 1.
At that point, it was a 50-50 toss-up, right? Anyway, Aura Fire might have been able to close that, and Selly Boy took the risk. It didn't pay off in that first match, but